What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kenneth, Mr. Smell Good 803. We're back here with another video today, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing my personal favorite fragrance. Yes, this is my number one. For me personally, this is my all-time favorite fragrance, so we're going to be giving this one a review today. But before we even get that started, you know what I do every video? I've got to thank you guys for coming by. Thank you guys for all your views, your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, your shares, all the interaction that we've been getting on the page and on the channel. I thank you guys so much for it. The channel's starting to kind of grow and starting to expand a little bit, and I'm really happy, and I have you guys to thank for it. But as always, if this is your second, third, fourth time coming through watching one of the videos and you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Why not? You know, I mean, YouTube has told me that over 60% of the people who've been coming by the channel now haven't subscribed. So that's I'm gonna need y'all to help me out here now. I just need a couple of, just go ahead and hit subscribe and then hit the notification bell. Make sure you like, comment, share, all that good stuff. You know, like I said, it really means a lot to me, and I thank everybody for coming by and helping the channel to continue to grow. If this is your first time coming by the channel, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully there's some content that you see today that you'll like, and you keep coming back for some more, okay? Now that we got the housekeeping out of the way, let's go ahead and get to the review. So, like I said, this is my personal favorite fragrance, and I've got, going up to right around 200 fragrances in my collection at this time. I'm always smelling something new. I'm always trying something new. And this fragrance has been just my favorite fragrance since I first, smelled it. This was around 2018. I've owned several bottles of it. I have several bottles of it in my collection as we speak right now. And this is one of those fragrances where if I'm ever wondering what I want to wear, I can always reach for this fragrance. If I'm just in a place where I just want to be in a good mood, and this fragrance really puts me in a good mood, I'll reach for this fragrance. So this is my signature scent. This is my ace number one, and this is coming from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. This is none other than YSL L'Homme Ultime. Now, as we like to call this one in the fragrance community, we call this one L'Homme or Lil Homie. Get it? L'Homme, Lil Homie? Never mind. Okay? But this fragrance came out in 2016, and like I said, I had my first experience with this around 2018. And from first sniff, this fragrance has had me. It's got a blend of ginger, and you've got bergamot at the top, so you've got your citrus, ginger, and grapefruit. Then in the middle, you've got this wonderful rose note with geranium, and you've even got in the base, you've got some sandalwood, some cedar woods, and vetiver. This is just, man, this is beautifully done. I can wear this anytime, every occasion that I can think of, whether I want to be in a white t-shirt and some shorts, or if I'm wearing a suit and I'm, going to a meeting or something like that, or it's a special occasion. This fragrance just works. I mean, it really does. And it's not even limited to a season, because with the blend of the citrus and the floral notes with that wood base, this works even in the winter, just like it does in the summer. But the wonderful thing about this fragrance is that if I wear this in the winter time, there's going to be certain parts of this fragrance that's going to stick out a little bit more than you experience maybe in the warmer weather. This one even has a note of apple in it. So the springtime, I get more of the apple when I smell this fragrance in the spring. In the summer, I'm picking up more of that geranium, excuse me, the cardamom that's in there, as well as the vetiver. In the cooler weather, I'm getting hits of that rose better. So this is just a wonderful blended fragrance. And I mean, man, I've enjoyed this, like I said, ever since I put my nose on it in 2018. I've owned several bottles. I've got several bottles now. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get some more. because from what I have understood, this one has been discontinued. Come on, Yves Saint Laurent, what are y'all doing? This is just a banger. This is a solid banger. I mean, especially this time of year, most people will probably wear this fragrance more so in the spring and summer. But I'm telling you, this works year round. You can be in the office, you can be just hanging out for brunch or for lunch or something like that. I mean, it's such a good fragrance. I don't think that it sold probably as well as Yves Saint Laurent may have wanted it to. You've got the L'Homme series from Yves Saint Laurent, and it's a very popular line for men's fragrances. But now Yves Saint Laurent has moved on to Y. I don't know if many people have heard of that particular fragrance from YSL. It's called Y. You've got Y Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, Y Eau Fresh. So they've got a lot of different versions of the Y particular line from Yves Saint Laurent. That's been doing wonders for them. They've been knocking it out of the park with the numbers on that. So I think Ultime has been a victim more so of just really not selling as well as they might have wanted it to, which is caused for the discontinuation. But it is still readily available on most websites. As a matter of fact, Yves Saint Laurent on their website themselves, they had a sale going on not too long ago where this was discounted heavily, and you really could have picked this one up at a really great price at that particular time. You know, this is a full 100 ml bottle, and I think on the Yves Saint Laurent website it was going for like $55, and the retail is normally right around 98, 100, 105, something like that, depending on where you're going to. On discounters, you can see it range between sometimes $75, maybe up to that $85, $90 mark. So even on discounters, it's not the most cheapest fragrance that you can find on a discounted website. Sometimes you can find it almost for the same price that you may pay retail. But like I tell you guys before, when you have a fragrance that's been discontinued, the price is only going to start shooting up once the availability goes down. So while this is still readily available, it's still going to maintain and hover around that kind of retail pricing. This is going to be a great time to pick it up. In about a year or so, when these are going to be less, accessible, I could see this fragrance going for probably 200, maybe even more. And if we're talking about a full-size bottle presentation, you could be looking at upwards of maybe 300. Don't quote me on that, but in the fragrance community, we have seen fragrances go from one particular price point to an extremely high price point just based on availability. But so I'm definitely going to have to pick myself up maybe a couple of more bottles just to have to where I don't ever run out for the rest of my life. And with having as many fragrances as I do have, it's pretty hard to run through a full 100 ml bottle for myself. But knowing that this is my favorite fragrance, I do find myself wearing it quite often. So I want to make sure that I have, a few more backup bottles just to have, so I don't have to pay that crazy price once it starts shooting up. But yeah, this is it. This is it for me. It's something about that woodiness of the vetiver, because I love vetiver fragrances. I love rose in fragrances as well, because it's, especially when it's blended like this, it's not overly feminine of a rose note. There are some other fragrances, in particular I'm thinking about from Cartier, Declaration d'un Soir. It has a rose note in it, but for me that rose note is overwhelmingly feminine, and I just have a real difficult time on that one. So I don't, I actually got rid of that one because I didn't vibe with it. So then this is one of those things where when you find a fragrance that you vibe with and it kind of really speaks to your personality, that's really a fragrance that you can really consider to be your signature scent and my most favorite fragrance of all time. And once again, this is from the house of Yves Saint Laurent. This is YSL's L'Homme Ultime, Lil Homie. This is the one. Yeah, man. So, with that being said, I just gave you guys my most favorite fragrance of all time. I want you to go down here in the comments section and drop your most favorite fragrance. Let me know what it is. Are we talking Curve? Are we talking Drakkar? Are we talking Creed, Aventus? what is it? You know, so you guys hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your most favorite fragrance is of all time. This is your boy Kenneth, Mr. Smell Good 803. We're out. Peace.